Hello, people. How you doing? Welcome back to the show. This is the Chaotic Conversation, starring myself, Maz Mama Bear, Terrence, Chris Knight, and Mr. Sean Stackhouse. How y'all doing today?
I'm okay. Yeah.
Good.
Not too bad.
Doing well.
Good. Well, it is another episode. I think this is episode 15, if memory serves me correct. And we got a special guest want to join us tonight. That's going to be Mr. Anzo.
Nice.
How you doing?
What's up?
Hey, Enzo.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Good.
Okay, tonight is going to be, we'll get somewhere, probably after the second person gives their list. I'll let everyone go around and tell a little bit about themselves, where people can find them and what's going on with their channel, however they want to promote it. I'll give you the opportunity. But tonight the question is the top 5 supervillains or TV supervillains. Now, it doesn't have to be an actual, like, Superman, superhero, that kind of stuff, supervillain. But it can be anyone in a show, genre, that we know all over, whoever watched shows in both Canada and America, when they saw that person pop up on the screen, you're like, oh, man, this is one asshole, one badass, one evil person or evil, mean-spirited person. And before I pick someone, does anyone have to go off early?
I got to be out of here at like 8:45, but if we can get,
Okay.
I mean as long
you
as
gotta
I'm
go, I will let you go first with your list, and you can start from your 5 and go to your 1, and then once everyone's done their list, we'll do honorable mentions.
okay. Well, I'm rewriting some of it right now as we speak because I didn't know that it was across all shows, but I will adapt here in a way.
What do you know is across all shows?
I kind of thought that we were going with like superhero comic book movie type things, but that's fine.
That's what I thought too.
That's
Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, fine. Well, then I'm going to change 2 of mine, but we're going to start with number 5, JR from Dallas.
Oh, dude.
Absolutely. Huh?
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
JR, and the fact that they kill him and then he comes back. I mean, this is typical soap opera stuff, and it was a nighttime drama, so it was just basically a little better produced, but it was still a soap opera. But I love Dallas. I don't know why I hate soap operas, but I love Dallas. JR, man, every time his scene would come in, man, you knew he was up to something. He was something bad was going to happen.
What's really crazy about that, Chris, when he played on I Love Jeannie, he did not like he had that in him.
No, but I think that that's a good actor. You should be able to play one thing and then go and play another thing.
But he was kind of a goofball comedian. I never saw JR in him.
No, me neither. Captain Nelson and J.R. Ewing were 2 completely different characters.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's go with the next one I'll mention is the Trickster from Flash. Every time I see that he was on, I would go to it. Why? It's Mark Hamill. I love Mark Hamill, and it's about the closest we've ever come to seeing him play a live action Joker.
Actually, he was a trickster before the Joker.
Yes, I understand, but what I'm saying is that it's about as close as we've ever seen him play the Joker live action.
Yeah.
And I like that. I have watched those episodes. That's about all I really cared to watch because I like him and I like the way he plays that. Number 3, I know there's more out there that I would pick, but since I just added a couple and took off a couple real quick, I'm going to stick with this one. The Penguin from Gotham. This is the way that I see Oswald Cobblepot or the Penguin character. I really loved how they used it. And of all the different characters that they had in there, I still think he was the best formed in a way. I would argue Jerome. But if I were going to say Jerome, it needs another series. It needs like a Batman and the origins and beginnings of the Joker with Jerome.
Yeah, because we knew he was the Joker.
Yeah, it just was never fully formed. It never got there. We just
technically he played 3 different Jokers.
Yes, he did.
But what I'm saying is it just there's more to that. I think, and I really wouldn't. I mean, I'd like to see maybe another Batman TV series with his character, like a spinoff of Gotham, where Bruce Wayne's actually Batman, and Jerome actually starts becoming what we call the Joker fully.
What makes me sad about Gotham is they did the bad guys and the villains so well.
Oh, dude!
In that last episode of Batman, they just totally dropped the ball.
Yep.
I would argue that show was more about the villains and the backstories of villains than it was anything to do about Bruce Wayne. I mean, yes, we see why Bruce starts going towards Batman, but that was really about the villains, I think.
Well, Bruce Wayne was in it equally. He had a lot of fleshing out in the entire show, and when it comes to the ending, they got the axe for the show at the last minute. They had another season prepared to show his training and everything. So think about Batman Begins, but 22 episodes. That's what they were going to do.
And I wish they would have gotten that. And I know that they ended the series, but I kind of wish that something like Netflix would have picked it up or something and just said, "Here, guys, you had it, go." And they still could technically,
right? But especially since that actor is older, it's just you can do a time jump. You could say 5 years has passed since he's dealt with Bane and so on, and then you just go from there.
And like I said, I'd love to see like a spinoff that forms that fully for everything, because that show is just well done.
Did the ratings drop off that bad to make it get canceled?
No, they just what happened was like the ratings dropped a little bit, but they were steady for the 5 years for the most part. And even when they brought in certain villains, the ratings spiked because there was an interest. You know, like Mad Hatter did that. Mr. Freeze did that.
Mad Hatter was on point.
Yeah,
what I didn't care for was Scarecrow.
Yeah,
Scarecrow was cool, but it was like I kind of, because of the other villains, they were so good. It was like somebody in there somewhere is going to be a lesser caliber, but nothing that I found to be distasteful, if you will.
Yeah. No, I think that everything that they did was, for the most part, done really well in respect to the character they were doing it for. And again, I just love that I know they added Mooney in there, and Mooney was, okay.
No. Mooney was awesome. For a made-up character,
I like
Jada Pinkett crushed that shit.
I liked Mooney, but I'm saying, see, right there. See, that's the type of people that I'm like, what was wrong with her?
If Mooney
made up character,
they made her just for the show, and
fine.
They shoehorned her in when.
But here's the thing though: if Mooney did not work, they would not have kept her around for as long as they did. They specifically said that it was a
until she got augmented with that whatever power she had.
Yeah,
I didn't like her after that.
Right. I think how she was in season 1 was awesome before the augmentation.
I didn't like how they did Grundy either.
No.
Yeah, Grundy was kind of grounded. You know,
I don't
what I'm saying?
like how they're doing Grundy in Stargirl either. That's my only complaint so far. It's like so far live action. I've never seen
Grundy is a damn beast. They got
Grundy is on point. That is very like that scene where Icicle said, "Hey, my hello, my friend," and we saw his face. I'm like, and he had like the ripped shirt. I'm like, that is definitely Grundy. Grundy is the character. Like
he had the damn knives in his back too, like he has
exactly.
Like
he's like a pit bull. He's like that obedient dog, and you just bring him out when you need him. That's the nature of his character.
But I mean, like physically, like the way he's displayed is more like Clayface to me, like the way he can stretch out and do things, like when he was chasing after the car in the first episode
Well, I mean,
jumped.
he didn't stretch. He's just that big to where he extended his arm and hit the back of the vehicle.
Oh, it looked like he was like shooting out.
I thought he
No.
hit the back of the car.
His arms are pretty long, man. So when he grabs, it looks like he's jumping or anything, but he's just grabbing for the back of the car.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay. Then that's my mistake. I thought they were trying to kind of do like a Grundy Clayface hybrid.
No, like he's actually when they showed that clip, there were a lot of people like, "Yo, look at Grundy." He was like a highlight, even though he was there for a brief moment.
Mm.
Yeah, that show's on point though. I know that's off topic, but still.
Oh no, it is on point, man. The last episode that just aired, or you guys are gonna see tomorrow. Fire! It's fire, man.
Saw it today, man. It was great.
Yeah, it's fire.
Okay.
All right.
Number 2, CSM, or the cigarette smoking man from X-Files.
Was he really a bad guy though?
Oh
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He is. Okay, so they play it very well at the beginning, and I'm watching the series again. They play it very well in the first 2 seasons. Basically, he's just the guy that sits in back, but he's pulling strings. You just don't know how he's associated with the FBI. Come to find out, he absolutely has nothing, but he has some form of power over most of those people around, and that he just kind of shows up and he can be who he wants to be. As it goes along, you kind of find out that he is the underlying reason why Mulder's sister's gone. He's had tie-ins with a lot of Mulder's family. It's suggested at one time perhaps he is actually Mulder's father. There's a lot of things going on with him, and so much so that and spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen this, in the 9th season when they kill him in the final couple episodes, it's like, oh my God, they killed the cigarette smoking man. Come back several years later when they rebooted it or restarted the series for season 10, they bring him back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's because he's that central of a character to the whole storyline that it's, man, I mean, I would almost put him as number 1, except for who my number 1 is.
Look, man, I can't believe you just spoiled a villain for a show that's been off the air for like 20 some odd years. Can't believe you
just want to make sure if you've never watched it and you've been toying around for the past 20 years, I might watch all 9 seasons of the X-Files. And now here I go, and now they're like, God damn it, now I can't watch it.
All right.
Yep. So that was number 2. Now, number 1, the reason why he's only number 2, because I would probably put him in as number 1. Number 1, the Joker from Batman the Animated Series.
No, that's good.
Oh,
I love the Joker.
And
And
you would love him as much if it wasn't Mark Hamill doing the voice.
no,
Yeah, same here.
not, and that's the thing though. But it's that Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill connection.
That vibe, man.
I mean, I'll bring it up a lot. When you have one actor get the phone call, hey, yeah, can you voice Batman for me? Well, I don't know. Is Mark a part of it? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, yeah, I'm on board. That's literally how they both are. If one asks, is the other one on board? And if he is, that's just how it works. That's chemistry there. They have such a chemistry together that it made that show. And I know he's not in every episode, but every episode he's in is worth watching.
Yeah.
So, and an honorable mention though, I almost made him in there, was Magneto from X-Men, the animated series.
Not bad.
I like Magneto, but there's just I don't know. It's not like Joker. It's just not like Joker how he's written.
I agree.
But that's my top 5 right there.
Not mad at that list at all. Okay, Maz, you're up next.
Okay.
You're 5.
Knowing that we can actually go beyond, I'm actually going to have a little fun with this.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start out number 5 with, I'm drawing a blank on his names from Sherlock. I feel like Moriarty. Thank you. Yeah, from the Sherlock TV series.
Mm-hmm.
And
definitely.
with him, it was that initial reaction of, this is Moriarty. and then he goes into it and like, oh yeah, this is Moriarty. Holy crap! And he has that wonderful.
Tough in the movie version too.
Yeah, he was better. He was the one in the TV series was much better than the movie Moriarty.
What did you think of?
He had that disarming version where it took you off guard because he doesn't look intimidating.
Mads, what did you think of Moriarty? Well, if you've seen it, the version in Sherlock, the fact that it's female.
The female one. It
was I'm sorry, Elementary.
Elementary. No, I don't watch that one.
Okay, yeah, they made.
I tried, and as soon as the Sherlock in that series admitted that he used Google, I'm like, nope, can't watch this one. That's not Sherlock.
That's what Luke played in it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, couldn't do that one. I'm gonna go number 4 with the Master, Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's like almost the archetype villain at this point.
Yes. Never seen him.
Oh.
Him and the Doctor have been going on for, God, what is it, 50 years?
Eternia.
Yeah. Well, literally eternity for the two of them.
Yes, it's been.
Yeah, time god too, whatever, like Doctor Strange or Time Lord.
Yes,
whatever.
Time Lords. Very good.
Yes.
And to pick a specific master, I like the one that went opposite Tennant.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
John Sims. He was such a phenomenal, because he had that quirky, crazy but playful aspect that I really take to, which leads me to my number 3, Victor Zsasz from Gotham.
Nice.
I was not a Zsasz fan walking into that, but he plays that beautifully. And I admit, even still, I will go back to the YouTube clips of like Smooth Criminal and all of that, where it's just a compilation of his actions done to these songs. And he's such a phenomenal actor. And he's such a sweet guy too. That's the interesting factor. But he's so good at playing that villain.
I wouldn't shave my eyebrows and head bald.
Yeah, right.
He doesn't.
He has a condition.
Yeah, he has alopecia.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he shaved his eyebrows bald and stuff.
Nope.
Oh,
no,
wow.
that's 100% him.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, he's actually a big advocate for alopecia too.
I just think the overall look. I mean, I didn't know that, but I mean, I thought that overall look just boom.
It was definitely better than the one in Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
Birds of Prey. I wanted to shoot him.
Yep.
He was much better than the Birds of Prey version. I could not stand that guy.
You would have destroyed that version of it.
Number 2 is getting tough for me. I'm gonna go with the Supernatural with Lucifer.
Okay.
He's been playing opposite Sam and Dean for 15 seasons, or technically 10 seasons, but Mark does the role so well, and he does it so well that quite often the fans confuse reality with, because he's a great guy, but he's a very serious actor. But he's got that quirky, playful, crazy, scary, what the fuck is going on through your head?
Wait, what, is this Lucifer or Crowley?
Lucifer. I have a hard time looking at Crowley as a villain.
Yeah, well, because I was just wondering.
Crowley played in.
He's been in everything.
What's that? The Magic. With Voldemort. Did he play
Harry Potter?
Harry Potter.
I think that's one of the franchises I haven't seen him in. I know he was in Firefly. He was in Doctor Who. He has been in so many sci-fi shows that if you don't recognize him from at least one, you kind of have to hand in your gate card.
He's that guy that shows up in all those shows.
Yes.
There's certain people that show up in movies. And you're like, I know who is that? Who is that? Who is that? But I mean, it's like,
is
that.
he English? If he English, chances are he's showing up in Harry Potter.
Like I said, that he's one of the ones I haven't seen in the Harry Potter franchise at this point.
Okay.
Number one, I'm going to have to go with a split on this one because they're essentially the same character, but it started off with the Trickster. And that's why I have to go with. That's why I have to go with him. Mark Hamill as the Trickster. That's how he got to roll into the Joker.
You see, and I almost bookend mine. I was going to put the Trickster at number 5, but then I put JR at number 5. But I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm going to split them off because they are unique characters to them.
No, like in the actor, not the actual character.
It's honestly, he took a left of the Trickster and put it into the Joker.
Yeah,
but it was him playing the Trickster in the '90s Flash series is what gave him the role of the Joker.
If you just take the audio, if you took the audio from like the Trickster from the 1990 Flash series,
it's the same voice,
and you just heard it, you would think it was a Joker.
Yeah, it is the exact same voice. Yeah. And when they brought him back into the Flash series and did that whole, I was watching it with my kid's father, who is a big Star Wars fan, and as soon as he did the "I am your father," my kid's dad was going, "Yeah!" But he had no prior investment into the show, but he was hooked at that point.
Yeah, I love Mark Hamill doing this. Jeez, I mean, I wanted to separate them though because they're two separate characters.
They are and they aren't. The characters themselves are separate, but the way he plays them are very similar.
Yeah, that's true, but that's okay because they're two separate characters.
But again, without the Trickster, we wouldn't have the Joker that everybody loves.
Exactly.
Good deal. Good list. Chris, at this time, I'm going to let you go ahead and tell people where they can find you at and promote your channel.
Yeah, you can find me on The Real Review 3000 on YouTube, on Twitter at ChrisKnight5150. I now have a Patreon page. I have Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I have a ton of different things. But you can find me there, and you can find me on here on Mondays. On Sundays, the Chaos Central group does the Rule of 3, and then on Tuesdays over on Sean Stackhouse's channel, we do the Chaos List. So you can find us there too. So hey,
good deal.
Thank you for having me on.
Not a problem, sir. And Mads, please tell people they can find you, ma'am.
Of course. You can find me at Mads Mama Bear here on YouTube, and on Twitter, Instagram, it's Mads Mama Bear 2. Long story, but I finally got the clear. I've got to purchase my new device. It is going to be coming in hopefully soon. So very soon I'll be back to doing videos. And also you can find me Thursday nights at 9 on the Queen's Council. And this week, OG Star Wars is hosting.
Okay, good deal. All right, next will be Mr. Anzo Biggerford.
What's going on, man? So you're curious to hear my list, eh? Well, I started off just doing superhero TV movies because that's what your text said. So when I found out, I'm like, okay, I'm putting a few on this list. So for my number 5, I'm going with The Man in Black. That's the Black Smoke from Lost. Mm-hmm. I loved that character and his intensity when we actually found out the Black Smoke from Lost.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's like the main villain, isn't it?
Yeah. You've
never the plane crash in that place?
The plane crash on the island, right. Right. That show is absolutely amazing. The last season, a lot of people had an issue with it, but I thought it was good. But in the last season, the Black Smoke got really fleshed out, you know what I mean? So they showed his relationship with him and his brother Jacob, and they explained how they got on the island, and he was just a great character. Number 4, I'm going old school because when I'm thinking about old school shows that I liked, and I'm like, and it's Diana. Diana from V.
Oh, for V?
Yeah.
Nice.
You laughing at that choice, Danny?
Hey, man. No. I'm agreeing with you because Diana was hell, but man, did you see the remake and her daughter took over?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
God.
No, I was the one that giggled because I thought it was a good choice.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I was just telling somebody I think yesterday that in 2020, if it turns out that half of people can rip off half of their face and be part lizard, I would probably just say, yeah, that seems about right.
I think that's on the book for August.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, if Donald Trump did that, I would not be surprised.
I still
I think humans are expecting that with as much as they criticize him.
I still think Donald Trump's gonna just take a zipper and go through, and out pops Mickey Mouse. It was me all along.
Yeah, a Mickey Mouse from Mars or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great TV show.
That's the guy that played Freddy Krueger starred on that show. Robert Englund.
Oh yeah.
Yes, he did.
And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that was his first TV appearance.
I think they were really something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was a bartender and he was an alien that sympathized with the humans.
Yep.
Number 3, I'm going with Homelander from The Boys. That character was just pure sick. I loved him in that series. He was a beast, man. You know, he didn't care. He got in that plane and he was like, "No, we're getting off this plane, and we're the only ones getting off this plane, right?" So
I ain't getting on the plane, Hannibal.
Number 2, I'm going with Tobias from Black Lightning. I really
excellent.
Yeah, I really love Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? His talking, and I was talking to Terrence about it today, and there's one scene where they're doing the protest, and he's talking about the color people always marching and don't want to die. And I was like, yeah, Tobias is on point.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1.
Black Lightning wife. Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then he even told Black Lightning, he's like, yeah, your wife is going to be mine, basically, you know? So I was like, okay. I hope they don't do that in the show, but you know,
I don't care.
You don't care? No, I don't want them to do that, man. I don't want them.
Yeah, her character, like I went from worried about her, and I'm like, I'm getting tired of this bitch. She's causing too much trouble.
Yeah, I was getting tired of her too.
Yo, crackhead.
Exactly.
And number 1 has to be, I think, one of the best villains they do on TV right now is the Reverse Flash.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You know, the guy that plays him, I love him.
I don't know how they keep refreshing him, but each time he comes around, man, it's more intense. It's so good every time he comes on screen. You know, it's just like it feels like the ante's up even higher when he comes around.
Yeah.
So,
I like this Wales better.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Every time they can sneak in like last season with Nora and Reverse Flash was back, you know, like in the future, you know, he can nail that. Like just whenever they're like, we need you in the suit, and he's like, okay, cool.
Yeah,
exactly. And
how the fuck you play 50 different characters?
Exactly. That's the thing. He's doing like how many characters in the show, different versions of Wells, but still his Reverse Flash, like his intensity and everything, it's absolutely amazing.
Tom Cavanaugh is the actor, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
And before this, all I had really seen him in was Scrubs, and I didn't expect this amount of intensity from somebody that was on Scrubs. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yeah, me too. 100%. Like he's one of the best things about that show. Just him alone, like with all the stuff he does in it. Like every time he's on screen, I like to see him. You know.
Because, dude, like whenever this fabled Flash movie actually happens, I'm gonna have a problem seeing anybody else as Reverse Flash or Zoom or whatever they want to call it. You know, after Tom Cavanaugh,
I could definitely see that.
Especially with the stupid shit they talked about doing. Nah.
Which was what?
The whole we're gonna just cast a random female to be Reverse Flash for no reason, just to be diverse.
Really?
Oh yeah,
yes.
that was a while back.
Yes.
No, you can't do that.
No, but they will.
They will.
And I'm sitting here.
DC doesn't virtue signal as much as Marvel does.
They don't, but sometimes they like to crack under the pressure, like everybody.
Yeah, they have cracked, that's for sure. But then again, I mean, as many times as they crack, there are like more examples of them actually saying no, F off. We're going to do what we want to do.
But you know what? I won't sit here and say I'm against it, because if she's done well, I mean, even though it's not, you have to do her well. If you do that well, have a good actor in there that can actually give you some good angry intensity, I don't think I'd have a problem with it.
Yeah, if they do her well, that's a huge if, because I have a feeling that Reverse Flash is going to be saying things that we have never read in the comic books for no reason.
They can't do it for the sake of we're just fucking
doing it.
It actually has to suit the story and
make some kind of sense. Exactly.
They cannot get an actress the caliber of the one that's playing Mirror Master.
Oh my!
Oh no!
She makes me want to jump to the TV, go into the mirror universe, slap her a couple times, come back out, and then do it again.
Like, yo, develop a personality. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I find
it got nothing to do with no female or no male, but she sucks. Her acting sucks.
Yeah, she's like her ability to act is almost as bad as the villain from like what was it, season 3, the dude, the thinker who was in the chair. I hated him.
I like him. But
no. Like he was a problem.
Oh, he
female with a
Yeah, his
and I was convinced that he was a super genius. Every time she says something, I'm like, Iris, can you kill her? Can somebody kill her? Please, anybody.
Yeah.
The lady with the glass fist, she should be playing Mirror Master.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn, what's her name? The one that Katie Sackhoff plays.
Yeah, she could use the metal.
Yeah, she was way better than her. No comparison.
I find the villains in this season of Flash were kind of weak.
I like Bloodwork. They should have stuck with him because at least he had a personality. This Mirror Master chick, I'm like, first of all, you pissed on the character and you made the character boring. You did everything wrong.
Yeah, Mirror Master is supposed to be like one of the Flash's like biggest, rogues. And,
the first season they had him on there, he was a male. And he was
right.
He wasn't necessarily better, but the story was written for him better.
Yeah,
but the guy that played, I think Melinda on Heroes, he's always been a good actor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shit, now that you say Heroes,
I put I got one there.
Siler, yeah.
Siler was hell.
Yeah. The only problem I had with Siler is they kept changing his character from good to bad, but when he was bad, he was great.
Yeah. So all right, Mr. Stackhouse. Was that your whole list?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Stackhouse, you're next.
Starting at number 5 is Elmo. Anybody who needs to be tickled that much needs to be put into an institution and have a restraining order.
Who? You talking about that shit from Sesame Street?
Yes.
And you know what, John? I 100%, 1000% agree with you. When my son was young, all I watched was fucking Elmo Palooza.
No. You want to know who's worse? Thomas the freaking Tank Engine.
No.
Okay, Sean, I'm going to strap you down to a chair and play that damn theme song all night and all day like my son did to me. I still know it. It's do.
No. You want to talk evil childhood, cartoon characters? Caillou.
Oh yes, Caillou too. Yep, Caillou too.
Okay, so we're all going to say in agreement that any child show.
Yeah, probably,
yeah.
I don't know about any, but I would say most of them.
Guys, yes, we went off topic.
Wait. Guys, I have to ask Sean an honest question here.
Yes.
You don't even have kids. What the hell are you watching Sesame Street for?
Dude, I grew up on Sesame Street.
Elmo is not on there.
No, but I remember I remember the Tickle Me Elmo toys like all the times in my late teens and 20s. You know, like when we were like working Kmart, you know, in our early 20s, man, Tickle Me Elmo was all over the place.
Yep.
That's why I walked around aisles with things tied with the belts around neck.
I know. But
I hated that damn lamb chop, that song that never ate.
Oh my god, lamb chop! Yeah, it was horrible.
but to get serious, my number 4 choice would be the Gentleman from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Nice. Excellent.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
Never heard of.
What?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Sean, you talking about the ones that like they wear a suit and then they got those big smiles and they kind of float through the air kind of shit?
Those are the ones.
Yep.
That was on the series, must be.
Yeah,
it was a silent episode.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah. And then number 3 is Kilgrave from Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I see.
Hey.
I mean, my top 3 I really struggled with because they're all kind of related in some form or fashion. Number 2 is The Silence from Doctor Who. And I mean, The Silence.
I've never seen a Doctor Who episode.
Watch Doctor Who up until like what, the 12th or is it the 11th season?
I tried, Sean, man. I thought it was boring shit. I couldn't get into it.
No, if
Oh my
you want to talk scary Doctor Who villains, for me, it's the Vashta Narada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
those ones scared the bejesus out of
boy,
me.
y'all speaking totally Greek to me.
I was about to say
The scariest one,
Chinese to me.
the scariest one to me, my number 1, because they can erase you from all time and existence, are the Weeping Angels.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Where's that from?
Doctor Who.
Again, Doctor Who.
Jesus.
Oh,
and you see a lot of
explain.
Weeping Angels, they're actually they're statue or angel statues, but I mean they
look like angel statues.
If you blink, if you don't actually watch them,
they can become a speck in your eye, and then they can once they get in you, they can erase you from all time and existence.
One blink and they can.
How do you fight something like that?
I forget how they combated that.
In the one episode, they actually tricked them into looking at each other.
Mm-hmm.
That was, I think, the first one that we got introduced to them.
I think Doctor Who is like a sci-fi equivalent of Batman when it comes to villains.
Oh, really?
And I've watched it since the beginning episodes back in the 50s, I think, 60s. Yeah. And you know what? You stop it.
Now, Chris, I'll tell you this. Look, my friend, she told me, like, you have to watch this episode with me, and you're gonna love it, and you're gonna get into the whole show.
Okay, no.
I thought it was boring, and I just stopped.
No, here's the thing, Terrence. I'll tell you right now. Anybody comes to you, because this is what happened with 90210. I had somebody say, watch this episode, and you'll love this show, because I hated that show. I never watched that show. I hated it. Somebody told me that. I watched the episode. You know what? I was like, this is complete crap. Anytime anybody wants to get you onto a show and they say, watch this episode, don't do it, because that's not the one to watch.
No, but see, the thing with Doctor Who,
that's not entirally true for me, Chris. Well, it depends on what it is.
Okay, well, let me say this, Terrence. Look on IMDb, look on, type in some stuff you're interested in, and then put in Doctor Who episode. And if it comes up with one, watch that episode, because if it has stuff that you're interested in, it will help.
And that's gonna make me a Doctor Who fan, huh?
I don't know about Doctor Who fan, but it will acclimate you to at least possibly open up.
With each new actor, there's like with each new regeneration of the Doctor changes slightly. So from series to series, you know, if one series isn't your thing, the next series might be.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that
And really,
Like,
and they have different companions, like the companions, and like the way the companion meshes with the doctor. That whole thing, it can either work or can't work.
Yeah.
And so there's so much for Doctor Who. I mean,
Yeah,
All right, I'll take your word for it.
I gotta run.
but can I give you my honorable mention first, Chris?
Yeah, go ahead. I want to hear it.
Cindy Brady, because
Yeah, absolutely.
come on,
Bitch. Oh, she was the evil one in the whole household.
she was. Man.
My name's Chris Knight. I know because I played one of the Brady bunch. No.
He was cousin Bobby or whatever. No, cousin
Oliver?
Oliver, yes.
That's what you are. Just get it straight. You're cousin Oliver.
I wish.
Oh no! Please don't say that because that's what killed that show. Well, one of the things, and the fact that they killed the dog off. So, oh, sorry, spoiler alert. No, Jesus.
Again.
Take it easy, guys.
All right.
Later.
Okay, Hanzo, we're gonna tell the people where they can find you at, good sir.
Yes, sir. My channel, Bigger Ford Entertainment. You can also find me on Sundays with Danny and Terrence with Equilibrium. Can find me on Rob's channel every now and then. So things are happening, man. I'm starting to get more involved. So please sign up to my channel and
Nice.
yeah, take it from there.
Okay, Mr. Sean Stackhouse, tell the good people where they can find you at, sir.
Sure. You can find me at Sean Stackhouse Reacts here on YouTube, at Sean Stackhouse on Twitter, and I bounce around multiple channels. I don't even know where I am half the time, so just try to find me and then direct me to where I need to go, because I probably need your help.
I got you. Okay, Mr. Terrence, you're next up to bat, sir. I'm curious to see what this is.
Well, let's see what I have in my trusty list here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Bushmaster.
Oh yes.
He was going to be on my list too. I thought about him too.
Bushmaster is the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm very big on a person's composure. So like his first scene when he was looking over that bridge and he's like, "Yeah, Harlem is mine." I'm like, I believe you. I believe you. I didn't see nothing yet. I just saw his composure.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes up, beats the shit out of Luke Cage, and he is just hell bent on getting revenge from his family.
Hey Terrence, you know what I believe he was the stuff? Well, he did. I don't know what kind of kick you call that shit, but he almost kicked Luke Cage out of his damn boots.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That fucking
is a
corkscrew
problem
kick,
right there,
like,
buddy.
yeah, that's some shit for the people that can pull it off. Like it's not very practical, but like if you're really fast and you hit someone with that, oh yeah, they fucked up.
He knocked the shit out of him.
Yeah, like so to me, when you're someone that's like, hey, I'm gonna get my revenge, if it kills me, that's okay. I feel like there are so many individuals, whether it be fiction or in reality, and they will draw certain lines. They're like, yeah, I'm not trying to die. I'm not trying to. He's like, nope, revenge. I need some more Nightshade. Luke Cage, get in my way. We're supposed to be brethren. You step on my side, I'm going to have to fuck your ass up too, because then I'm going to assume that you're siding with Mariah Stokes. And I love the fact that he always corrected people when they fucked up her name. Like her name is Mariah Stokes. Like, get that shit right. Like, I love that shit. And like his character was always intense. I love that. But he did have a kinder side to him in terms of his family. But I'm like, well, that's cool that they showed that, because he is a man of family. I can respect when a person has certain values, and I know that they're consistent with their approach throughout life. So, number 5.
Good choice.
Excellent choice.
My number 4 is Tobias.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad.
Another good
Tobias.
choice.
He was originally on my list.
Tobias, man, aside from him being the leader of the 100 and just being an all-around badass, I pay attention to how individuals speak to others, right? To me, like, if you're going to be the leader and, you're biting your tongue and all this stuff, I'm like, man, I want to accept you, but I feel like because you're pulling back, perhaps in certain situations, you're going to do the same thing. So I'm not really confident on you being a villain. But Tobias, man, like I feel like before he be kicking people's ass, like gives them an education. You know, just like what like fucking Anzo said when he had pulled up, and then you had those black people, we shall overcome. Right. And he had that look on his face. It's funny because I had the same look. He was just like, he's like, man, I hate these church-going Negroes praying and singing and praying. Everybody want to go to heaven, but don't nobody want to die. And then they just started unloading on a crowd. I was like, that is fucking awesome. And and the way that he deals with Lala and everybody else.
When he damn ripped out Painkiller spine, I was like, okay.
Yeah, my spine was on the ground too because I liked it, but like I like that even if he likes you, he still doesn't let you walk all over him, which is important because how many times do you hear humans say
the only person he was kind of weak to was his sister.
Yep. And she got jacked up.
To me, that was not a weakness as much as it was respect.
I ain't saying weak, but I mean, I don't think he would hurt her. I don't think at no time.
No. I don't see that, but that's because I don't think she would do anything to warrant his rage.
Yeah, she was more rage than anyone else.
Right, and she was with him while his punk ass daddy was beating him all the time. So, you know, there's just that respect. He's like, I didn't have nobody, but I have my sister, right? You know, he's laying hands on Khalil and everybody else, and I like that. And anytime that someone gets something wrong about him, like when they were like, man, Tobias, you really hate black people. He was like, nah, I don't hate black people. I just hate loud mouth, thick lip, scratch where it don't itch Negroes like you. And he grabbed him by his neck. I'm like, that is fucking awesome.
Oh, man.
And he even put his girl in place.
Yes. Like I said, like he don't have those lines.
Ain't nobody safe. Nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe. His sister, like I said, was the only one because I never saw her doing or saying anything that would warrant the type of response that he gives to everyone else. Because everyone else, they say stupid shit all the time.
There was a time he was kind of down on himself, and she's the one picking him up. I think she was kind of propping him up.
Well, and also his sister was like almost as lethal
as he was.
As he is.
I don't think she had the strength and stuff. I think she's had the smarts and the
No. She's not a physical threat at all. But what she is a strong, intelligent black woman.
Yep.
And you can always use one of those.
Yeah.
So Tobias. Number 3, Reverse Flash. My boy Eobard. I like how I like how
just don't do nothing stupid like I think you might do. 2-1.
Oh well, you know, I tend to tweak some circuits of humans every once in a while, but hey. So Reverse Flash. You know, I like how he killed Barry's mom and like he just kind of looked at him while he did it. He was like, yeah, your mother, she is truly precious. Snap. And then Barry just like, no, and he was just like, what you screaming about? This is just lesson number 1. You still got 50 more lessons to learn. Yeah. So then
those are facts.
He chooses the identity of a specific individual that you all know, and he decides to befriend Barry, become like a pseudo father figure in a way, and he also pretends to be everyone else's friend on Team Flash.
Yep.
He is now the most dangerous thing in the multiverse for one reason. As soon as you can get into the hearts of humans, they're fucked. At that point, they will be blind to all of your sinister notions because they see you as someone they can trust. And I love how he was able to exploit all of their emotional weaknesses. It was beautiful to see. It was great.
And he fucked them up so much.
Not only he got Flash twice because he did the same thing with his daughter.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. He fucked them up so much that it took them so long to accept another Wells.
Exactly. That is exactly right. Like, not only did he whoop your ass physically, but he got in your head. To me, I'm like, look, somebody could like come up, punch me, do whatever, but unless you're able to do something to my mind, I'm like, there's always a bunch of you. There's always somebody that can hurt somebody, but if you can get to the mind, that means you're smart.
And then what's crazy too is his technology that's going to have to now ultimately restore the Flash's power.
Right.
That's
That's
crazy.
right. Yeah. So
to
that's what
be
I'm saying.
honest,
Like,
Earth 2 Wells wasn't exactly, touchy feely, huggy. You want to really get to know the guy.
No, they're too well it too, right?
yeah.
Mhm.
I'm ready for them to go ahead and get this artificial. Oh, I don't want to spoil too much, but I am ready for them to see that.
That the next little
Slow ass,
phases and speed forces that are out there. Absolutely.
slow ass Flash ain't hitting it.
Yeah, he ain't supposed to be slow. Yeah, whenever you got someone that's supposed to do something and they don't, Flash, you got a speedster, they're not fast. Hercules, he's not strong. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here then? You're useless, right? So yeah, that's my number 3. My number 2. Now, there's only a certain collection of individuals that know about this character, Jonah. Jonah is from Marvel's Runaways. He is an alien that was so fucked up that he needed an entire human being to give him energy to nourish his cells, and by human beings I mean children. This motherfucker like recruited a bunch of different parents. This parent is rich in technology. This parent is connected to the police department. Like his entire group of families were keen on whatever was going on in the city, so they could snatch up kids. And because they have inner workings throughout the whole country type shit, nobody could stop them. Like you couldn't do shit. They own everything that you're trying to use. So he was comfortable in terms of allowing these human beings to kill children. And for the most part, when I seen villains, they tend to have like a son or a niece or some shit. And they normally don't like to kill kids. Usually the writers, they don't like to write their villains killing kids because you know how humans are. Oh, my child is so precious, that sort of thing. But when you got someone like Jonah, he like, I don't give a fuck about these kids. I need to get strong and healthy. And when he got healthy, I like how he was like, okay, now that you have done what I want, you are useless. And if you so much as twitch the wrong way, I will kill all of you one by one in front of your families. So I'm like, Jonah is a fucking beast. He does not give a fuck about anything except for getting healthy and getting off of Earth. Now, I understand him wanting to leave Earth because Earth is a shithole. So that makes perfect sense to me.
Well, you wow. Okay. What's your number 1?
My number 1, I had to go with Thanos. My boy, because Thanos.
Why? I thought about putting Thanos as my number 1, but I was like the movie Thanos, so I like we're doing TV, so I didn't put him number 1.
It's
True.
They put on TV.
Now, Thanos, I was like, look, I like that he was unshakable in terms of his mission to snap away half the universe. What was that?
About the cartoon Thanos? Because it's supposed to be TV. Supervillain.
Got you. Yeah, I did not see that in the text. I just thought you meant in general. I mean, I could swap him out if it makes you feel better.
No, go ahead with it.
The TV Thanos was pretty unshakable too.
No, my choice was for the movie, but let's swap him out for a TV character. Let's go with Lucifer from Supernatural. So, Lucifer to me is like to millions and millions of humans. He's just this whole thing that you shouldn't say his name. You're not supposed to smile when you talk about him. Pay attention in Sunday school and don't talk to the devil, right? So when this character comes on Supernatural, I'm like, he better embody at least 20% of that shit that I heard in Sunday school all the time. That he's so evil and this and that.
Next quick question. Which is the worst of Lucifer? The one on Supernatural, the one on the TV show, the Fox TV show, or the one that was in Constantine starring the guy that played Yo.
The one from DC Comics is more powerful, period. But the one on Lucifer, the show, because he is so charming and handsome and he likes to, beat up the criminals and stuff like that, he doesn't really qualify in the way that the one on Supernatural does. Like the one on Supernatural, you know, there's a moment where he kills the various gods from different religions, and I love that shit because he was just like, so you think you're powerful? Oh yeah, I belong to this religion. Snap, explode, fuck out my way. Where's my brother? Where's Sam and Dean? You know, I just like how forceful he was. And to me, like, force is important if you're going to be a villain, because you could talk all you want. If you can't do shit, somebody like me is going to laugh in your fucking face. So somebody like Lucifer show up and he's talking about like, yeah, fear me and this and that. I'm like, I don't think so, sir. And then all of a sudden he starts parting the sky and shit. I'm like, okay, I might think about it a little bit. That's a fucking problem. So yeah. But yeah, he was cool. I liked him. Every time he was there, I found myself cheering for him. Even though I knew he was evil, I was like, man, this character's so damn good that I don't really feel right rooting against him. I'm like, sorry, Sam and Dean, but sometimes in life you got to get your shit wrecked. But Lucifer's on point.
You kind of loved him and hated him at the same time.
Right. A lot of humans feel like that. But for me, I did not hate him because I was like, if you're entertaining me, there's only so much I can hate you. Like, especially if I'm supposed to, because of my religious background, I'm like, yo, this shit is fake. This is a character. So it's supposed to entertain me. If not, you're fucked up. You're not doing your writing skills properly.
Plus, the more people he kills, the more Terrence likes him.
Exactly. I don't want him to show up and just kill one person every 5 seasons. I'm like, what the fuck happened to Lucifer? Did he lose his mojo or what happened?
When Jet Li was like played in the one. That's Terrence's perfect world right there.
Yeah, for real.
Oh hell yeah! In the end, when he was just like, "I will be the one. I don't need to know you. You only need to know me." That is definitely me. Like humans running up, fuck Terrence, yeah, and I'm just fucking their ass up. And I'm gonna get tired fighting the world eventually. But I'm like, that's my whole life. Like, come on, fucking humans, how many of you want to run up? Like, what's up?
That is cool. All right, that's a good list, Terrence. I'm not mad at that list at all, bro. It's very entertaining. My list is a little bit different. Number 5, I don't know if any of you ever watched Sons of Anarchy, but Clay Morrow was a mean, nasty son of a bee that he is in about season 5 when Jax blowed his damn brains out. And I must rerun that thing about 10 times. I could not stand Clay.
That's a good one.
My number 4 is Raymond Reddington that plays on the Blacklist.
Okay, got you.
He's kind of like an anti-hero, but man, when you piss him off or you cross him, that sucker is kind of like the real live version of Batman because he's always 10 steps ahead.
So can you give us little bit more background? Because I'm only slightly familiar with him because one of my boys, he loves the Blacklist. So
he's like a international crook, and he's kind of working for the FBI, so they won't put him in jail.
Right.
One of the FBI agents is his daughter.
Right.
And he'll give him bits and pieces of information to kind of string him along, and he does stuff to profit, but he does also. If their mission lines up with what he wants to do, then he helps them and stuff. But sometimes it be some stuff he'll be like sleight of hand. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you about this, but I'm also gonna tell you about that because I'm gonna steal whoever you going after money or cars or diamonds or gold, whatever. And he's connected to everyone all over the world, and it's kind of like a spy movie, but Raymond Reddington, the guy that voices John Spader, I think his name is, the guy that voiced Ultron. That's Raymond Reddington.
Right.
Get a chance.
That's a great voice. Great voice.
Number 3 is Mr. Rourke, who played Khan. Not in the Wrath of Khan, but he played actually Khan on the old Star Trek.
Yeah.
And he tried to take over the Enterprise, and I don't know how Kirk was able to beat him. He took some kind of pipe or something out the damn board or something, and that what took the beat Khan. He hit him 4 or 5 times, but of course, Kirk came out on top But Khan was like the evil mastermind. He was one of the Supermen that somehow the Earth did some kind of experimentation on him and made him. And I think the name of his ship, if I remember correctly, was the Botany Bay, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
They were able to, I guess, at the turn of the century, before they went into space, they put him in suspended animation. They found the ship. And then, of course, when he came to, was taken out of suspended animation, he's super smart. He was able to quickly digest all the information on the Enterprise, him and his men, and they took it over. I think it was just Kirk got lucky. I don't know how he beat him because this guy is supposed to be just as strong as Spock, if not stronger.
Right.
But Kirk was able to beat him, of course. But Khan, and of course, you watched the movie, The Wrath of Khan. That's past Khan. Number 2 is Wilson Fisk that played on Netflix.
Nice.
Awesome. I can't think of the actor's name.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
That's it.
I like the way he had the bulletproof material woven into his suits. But I really liked the time when Daredevil went into prison to talk to him, and he damn near killed him.
He almost killed the Punisher too.
He wasn't scared of nothing. His only weakness was that lady.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
the third season, when Daredevil went back to basics and he put that rope around his hand, that Mai-Tai, whatever you call it, Muay, went back to that. He was able to. The only way he was able to beat Kingpin, but of course, the guy that perpetrated him and that Daredevil kind of weakened the Kingpin. But that final fight with Daredevil and Kingpin, that was, to me, was pretty epic.
Danny, I gotta say that I do appreciate that Wilson stood by his woman, and he was even willing to consider certain things that he didn't. Because I just don't like when the dudes are just like, I have this woman, she's my wife, my girlfriend, whatever, and they try to act like she don't exist because I don't know, I guess they want to compromise their character position. I can't stand that shit. That's some fake ass shit. Like if you got a partner or some kids, you're supposed to stand by them. So I'm glad that he didn't do that punk ass shit that I don't like.
Oh,
everything he did was for that chick, man.
Yeah, she told him she was kind of like the driving force in some aspects of it because she said, I want to know everything. There's no lies. So he took it to the room and showed all that stuff. So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I'm agreeing with you. She didn't have his physical. It was kind of like the relationship, kind of sort of like Tobias and his sister.
Right.
Whenever Wilson Fisk had any kind of doubts or kind of second guess himself, she'd always make sure, nope, you're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, blah 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 blah. So I like that.
But it's the thing that's cool though is that she proved to him and then the viewers that she is an exceptional woman. The fact that she embraced him in that way and she wasn't like, oh, poor me, and don't hurt people. Like the fact that she didn't do that shit, I'm like, I like her. I would have brought her into my room too.
She was down with what he was doing.
Exactly. That's why I love her so much, because if you're with your partner, you're supposed to support them all the way. You're not supposed to try to compromise everything and run away and get them in trouble in the end. You know, that typical shit they do.
She knew how dirty he was, and she did not care. She just didn't want him to lie. She just was like, tell me the truth. That's it. That's all I want. Be honest.
It was not hard to look at all.
Nah.
And she was into art too, so yeah.
And my number 1 is going to be Mr. Rosenbaum.
Nice.
Lex Luthor.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
On the planet. So this one that's on Supergirl now, I think he's a joke. I want to take the doggone Hitman sniper rifle and lay on the roof and just take him out from 2000.
I'm sure a lot of people thought he was a joke too until he went to like killing all these Superman throughout the multiverse. I'm like,
he's a good Lex, man.
Yeah.
He ain't better than Rosenbaum.
Also,
But
also, there's the tie-in to Superman 4 because he played Lex Luthor's nephew in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a. Danny, I agree with you that Michael Rosenbaum is better, but
superior.
The one that's on Supergirl, I like that he was not. I like that he was not compromised like a lot of the male characters where they're just these bumbling idiots that can't do anything right. He broke that mold. I love that.
Danny, I was with you.
Say again?
I was with you. Like last season in Supergirl, man, I watched the first half and I was like, no, I am done with this trash. And I started talking to Terrence, and Terrence is like, no, man, the last half of the season is like everything. You gotta
didn't he give himself some powers in Civil War?
Wait, say again?
Didn't he give himself some powers in not Civil War, but the crossover, the Crisis?
Yeah, the little gauntlet shit that he had.
Oh yeah.
No. In Crisis, he gave himself powers.
He gave himself some powers.
Right, because remember when Supergirl was using her eye vision, he was using his too, right?
Yeah, he had his little tech that he had under his suit.
No, I don't think it's no tech. I think he did something with that book.
Yeah, he did.
Powers now.
Yeah, he did.
I thought it was all in his suit though.
No,
yeah, I saw that. I saw some shit open up like it was tech. It wasn't part of his person.
In the crossover,
he went back to that.
Yeah.
When he went back to that place to meet the Monitor, he did something to give himself some powers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the thing. Like he wrote himself in the position of Kingdom Come Superman. He did that and tricked everyone. But aside from that, he was developing technology to be able to hang with them. Aside from when he put himself in that position, that's what I saw.
No, and I'm with Danny on that one. I specifically remember they're fighting in the forest, and Supergirl uses her eye powers on him, and
he shoots out his hands or something.
Yeah, out of his hands, right?
Well, I mean, when they fought, it was in the Monitor's little base because the encounter in the forest, he just blasted her, and she didn't do anything. She got knocked out along with Ryan Troy.
Right, but the blast came from his hands.
Yeah, I thought he had a piece of tech under his suit. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm gonna watch it because it's on. I'm gonna watch that again.
Yeah, I could have sworn like some shit opened up and then it blasted her. I didn't think it came out of his actual arm.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a couple of honorable mentions, but I'm only gonna name two. Negan off of
that's mine too.
Yep. Yep.
If I had thought about it more, Negan would have been my number one. But yeah.
Yep.
And this one you're probably gonna laugh at, but when I was a child, I was terrified of this woman, and that's the Wicked Witch of the West.
No, that's legit, man.
Wait, Rick, can you please explain? I'm not laughing at you. I just want to hear this.
I said when I was a child, man, many movies ago.
I still want to hear why.
You're talking about the Wizard of Oz witch.
Wizard of Oz, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
She made me laugh.
There's nothing scary about her.
Well, parents, I mean, she's like your type of people, man. You would be cool with her.
Hey, that is true. I'd be like, I don't know, with all this skipping down the yellow brick road, you need to fuck all they shit up. I got you.
Right. You'd be like, how can we mess these humans up today?
Exactly. This cowardly lion and shit. You need to kill him first.
You knew we were gonna make fun of that, right?
Hey, man,
No, I'm not making fun of him. I just wanted to know why. Like,
I am. I grew up with the Wizard of Oz too, like as a kid.
Hey, do I look like I'm upset because y'all making fun of me?
Hey, all I asked was for you to explain because I'm trying to understand what scared you.
Man, okay, I've never seen a green ass witch before. I'm only like 7 years old, and she's doing all this stuff. Ooh, I'm gonna burn the scarecrow and all this kind of stuff. I was emotionally into the thing. I didn't want the scarecrow to die. I didn't want Dorothy to die. I didn't want the Tin Man to die. And she was trying to kill him.
No, that makes sense. I understand that. It's just, I guess my shit was different because I was the person cheering during horror movies and shit. So I don't know.
When I see it now, I can see how she's coming up through the floor and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, damn, boy, this shit here was really kind of pissed poor back in the day. But
I think my cousins were doing that too, though, Danny.
That was made in the 30s, though, man. I mean, for what they did, back in the day, that was actually pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I got you. My cousins were doing different things and jumping and shaking me and shit. I'm like, I'm trying to watch fucking Jason kill people. Stop shaking me. Like, leave me alone.
You got any more honorable mentions? You got any Mads?
I could come up with a few. I mean, yeah, I will say again, yeah, Tobias and Reverse Flash were originally on my list. I have to throw in Fire Lord Ozai, which again, Mark Hamill.
Who?
That's from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Okay. Yeah, Fire Lord was hell. Yeah, he was hell.
I mean, for me, there's so many villains that I've loved, and
Well, boy, when Aang got control of all them different forms.
Oh yeah, that was fire. I loved it.
Hell.
I'm gonna throw Chuck in there.
Who?
From Supernatural. God.
Okay. God is evil?
That son of a bitch. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, he's actually worse than Lucifer.
So God is evil in Supernatural.
Technically, yes, but
yes and no. See, the whole world of Supernatural is his fan fiction. So he does everything possible to mess them up.
Mm-hmm. Asshole.
And he wants them to fail. And he's in the process of killing off every alternate Earth, every alternate universe he's created. I also will throw Michael from the
Halloween
Apocalypse World in Supernatural.
Okay.
Anyone that can make Lucifer look like a scared little girl. So
this is the Angel Michael.
Yeah, the Archangel Michael. Okay. Yeah, he did things he did to Lucifer made me sit there and like it made me pause.
On that show, is it Michael and Gabriel and Lucifer about the same power?
They're all archangels. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, and Lucifer. They're the four archangels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean,
what Michael did to Lucifer, I mean, I sat there and I couldn't help but wonder who was the really evil one in their universe.
I knew that Lucifer was the one that was more evil. It's just he met his match. It's like I was taught. There's always going to be somebody.
Talking about the Michael from Apocalypse World and the Lucifer from Apocalypse World. Like I'm sitting there watching. I'm like, was Lucifer the evil one, or like how much worse was that Lucifer?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You got any more honorable mentions? Anybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Negan, man. And I'm like, why didn't I think of Negan? Like Negan would have been my number one for sure, because Walking Dead was one of my favorite shows, and it was starting to get a little boring, whatever. But the minute Negan came in, I was hooked back on that show again, man. I couldn't see enough Negan, man. Like everything was like, episode will come on, Negan's on. I'm like, no Negan? Ah, fuck this shit. When Negan comes on the show, I'm like, yes, this is it. His character was just like he was one of those characters thought he was doing right. You know, he was doing right for his people, but he was just killing everybody, man.
But he was right, because Rick and them fucking attacked his people first, and Daryl blew up his people with a rocket launcher. Absolutely. They absolutely deserve that shit.
Absolutely. And that episode where he kills Glenn, spoiler alert, but that episode is one of my favorite episodes in all of the Walking Dead seasons. Every single one. That's my favorite episode, because that episode stayed pretty much true to the comic. So,
Anzo, I was wrong about my prediction for that, because me and my friends, we were like, he's going to kill either Glenn or Abraham or one person, and he killed two. And
he killed Abraham. And you know what's funny? When he killed Abraham, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. They copped out. And then he killed Glenn, and I was like, oh, when his eye popped out and everything, I was like, yes.
That I like Negan was so like his. Yeah,
Sean,
yep.
you got any more honorable mentions?
No. I think Cindy Brady and
Oh
Elm
my god!
pretty much for me.
Ooh, I have about 50, but I only do a handful. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, give us 4.
All right, so the Anti-Monitor. Now, the Anti-Monitor to me trumps all the characters that we mentioned because this dude is destroying multiverses for breakfast. But the reason why I might put certain villains over him is because of nothing more than personality. Like the Anti-Monitor, he just is. Like he's like your worst nightmare, but he doesn't have a personality that I can take a liking to. Like I like the way he talks or any of that sort of a thing. He's sort of flat in the personality department because he's supposed to be that way, but that's why he's an honorable mention and not like my number one or something like that. And then I will go with Hugo Strange because
Yes.
they're humans don't understand that haven't been in a mental institution, but there's nothing like a bunch of disgusting fucking humans telling you that there's something wrong with you and that you have to be normal and they're going to fix you. And you're just like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? So then if you amplify that times 100, you get Hugo Strange. Like he's the dude where, he'd be like, yep, Terrence, so you think you a badass, huh, Terrence? I'm like, you damn right, Mr. Strange. You gonna fucking knock my ass out. I'm gonna wake up with a plant arm for no fucking reason. My eyes are green for no fucking reason.
Man, I need to watch that episode.
He's just like, yeah.
I think I missed the episode where Terrence was in.
Yeah. I'd like to see Terrence go up against Hugo Strange. That'd be good. That'd be good.
I don't know. The stuff you do to Terrence is kind of cool and frightening at the same time.
Yeah,
Terrence with powers.
It's like, yes, you will like this. I'm just like, no. I'm like, well, you could have just asked me, man. You didn't have to like knock me out and give me 50 pills and shit like that.
You'd be like, dude, if you told me you're going to give me powers, I mean,
exactly. Why you give me this random plant arm and shit? Like, what's up with that? Why not a metal arm or something? Have you seen Captain America: The Winter Soldier?
On that thought, Mr. Nobody.
Yeah. He was so Doom Patrol, man, is so underappreciated as a show.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's because most humans unfortunately don't watch it, which is sad. But
it is sad because it's really good.
Jovian Wade was a great cyborg.
Absolutely.
Loved him.
You know, I have to say, I haven't seen a live action cyborg that actually I've actually liked, and maybe it's because I just don't really care for Cyborg as a character. But
that's fair. I mean, to me, the one on Doom Patrol matches the swag and the whole sports thing. I like Ray Fisher in Justice League, but it's just the one on Doom Patrol has more of the personality of the character that individuals have come to love. So
that moment was doing the dating site.
Dark Justice.
Yeah.
On Justice League.
Hey guys, I'm gonna pull out. I got some stuff to do, so I'll holler at you guys later. All right.
All right, man.
All right,
yeah, man. Peace out.
There is one more
Shamar
that I
was
have.
the one from Dark Apocalypse.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, Mike on.
Oh, yeah. My last one is Heath Ledger's Joker. I like when not only is the person evil, but like they educate the hero and make the hero feel bad, and they're like, you're saving all these humans and stuff, but what happens when these humans stop caring about you, man? Like what's going to be of your precious citizens of Gotham? So I love that education angle, and especially whenever I talk to somebody, they can't tell me one reason as to why he's wrong aside from he hurts people. Okay. So I like the way that Heath Ledger acted out that interpretation. Like, I love that shit. That was a crazy ass experience. So much so that I myself had straightened my hair and dyed it green from just seeing him in the trailer. So
I've heard these stories. I've heard them.
yes, that's a real story. Like that is what I did, and I actually came in with the paint too, but that wasn't for the movie. That was actually when I went to see Iron Man 1, and I did that, and I was able to get to the top of the theater row, and I told my friends, I was like, I have a feeling that something's gonna happen. Sure enough, 2 previews play, one of which was Dark Knight, and then the lights shut off, and then they put the lights on me, and they're like, "Clown, come down here," and then that's when everyone realized that I look like what they just saw on the screen. So that was an interesting experience. So like, sir, you gotta wash that off if you wish to remain here. And since I wanted to see Iron Man, I'm like, all right, humans, I'll wash this shit off just because I want to see the movie. And so yeah, that's how that happened. But sometimes in life you gotta dye your hair green and straighten your hair. That's how that goes.
Have you read the fan theory that Joker was the actual hero of Dark Knight?
I did.
I heard that.
Love that one.
I don't.
I ain't buying what
I don't. I didn't care for it, but I was like, oh, that's a interesting thing there.
The more I thought about it, the more it's actually it was on target, because Batman was just accelerating the problem. He was creating more mobsters. He was creating more villains.
Yeah,
but Joker's the one that it set things in motion.
Look at
that got the mobsters off the streets. That cleaned up pretty much all of it.
And then look
at for his own game. But when you murder people for your own game, you're evil as hell.
So killing Harvey Dent and Rachel, that was a good thing.
No,
that was anarchy. I mean,
I'm just going by what you said.
We can't deny that he set all that up. All that shit is his fault. If you remove him from the equation, that doesn't happen.
But look at the extent that Batman went to try to find him.
So you say
Lucius Fox said, I'm not down with this, and as long as this technology at the Enterprises, I will not be.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he's a full law-abiding citizen. So vigilantism is against the law. So when you start etching over shady lines, he's gonna have a problem with it.
I disagree with you.
Because he knew that
with all of Batman's tech.
Yeah.
But Lucius Fox has always been the guy to tell him, Bruce, this is a little bit much. He's not willing to go all the way with every plan.
Well,
that's his problem.
That's true. You're right.
The only thing I see him didn't go along with was the one when he did that all that radar stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
And then Batman left him. He's the only one that had the damn password to destroy it.
Yep.
Other than that, he was going along with everything Batman said.
Yeah, because
right.
He said
when the man tried to blackmail him, he said, "So you mean to tell me you're going to blackmail a richest man that goes at night and the vigilante and beats people up?"
Good luck, you dumb motherfucker.
Lucius didn't even flinch, man. He's like, all right, see you later. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
All right, people. This was a good show, but I got to wrap it up. I'm getting Texas about a minute over here. I enjoyed it. Terrence, before we go, tell people where they can find you at, good sir.
Oh, yep. You can find me here with Danny on Monday, and then we got a show Sunday, Equilibrium. And then you can find me on my channel, Jermaine Terrence.
Good deal. And I am Danny. This is my Monday night show that we have called The Khaotic Conversation. Tonight was very interesting. I enjoyed it. I'll be on Sean's show tomorrow, The Khaotic List, talking about different things as it relates to pop culture, comic books, and anything else that we may decide to chat about. Then you'll probably see me again Thursday on Chris's show, The Weekly Rumble. And you'll see me twice on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Rule of Three, and at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Terrence, Anzo, and Jason on Equilibrium. So thanks for joining us. We appreciate the support, and have a good night.
Bye, everybody.
Night.